The artillery of the armed forces of Ukraine covered the positions of the Russian military in the Donbass. Hurricanes, with ammunition explode. The airborne assault troops of the armed forces of Ukraine covered the positions of the Russian army with an artillery strike, destroying the rocket artillery and armored vehicles of the occupiers. This is reported by the news agency with reference to the publication of the command of the airborne assault troops, made on the page of the DSHV of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on the social network Facebook. A successful artillery strike was carried out on Monday, June 15. 2 days later, the soldiers of the Ukrainian army managed to accurately determine the enemy's losses. The artillery of the armed forces of Ukraine was able to destroy 2 complexes of MLRS 9K-57 Hurricane of 220 mm caliber, a combat transport loading vehicle for the Hurricane, an armored personnel carrier, an armored car, Tiger, and 2 trucks. On June 15, 2022, the artillery paratroopers hit the next cannon jackpot. And what? The command of the Ukrainian paratroopers notes, listing the destroyed equipment of the Russian army. Moreover, the anti-tank units of the 80th Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine on the same day burned an enemy tank and an infantry fighting vehicle from the Stugna PATGM. And all in one day. A record again. The Ukrainian military notes. Earlier, the artillery of the armed forces of Ukraine covered the accumulation of the Russian army on the territory of the Kharkiv region, destroying a warehouse with ammunition, equipment and manpower of the occupiers.